Where are we going to today, Deanna?
Bennetts State Park in Connecticut.
All right, let's go. Well, we just made it to Bennetts State Park here in Connecticut, and I want to introduce you to somebody here. Say hello to the new member of the family, Betty Behemoth. So today's going to be kind of a mix of our normal video, hiking around a state park, but we're also going to be answering some questions. So the first question is, do you like to travel alone or do you like to travel in a group?
So I'd say for the most part we travel just the three of us with Blaze. You know, just hiking around doing our own thing. But it is nice occasionally to meet up with some people and have a nice campfire or a nice outdoor event.
So here's the map of the Bennetts Pond Trail system here. I think we're gonna just hike up either here and around, or we might go this way. Haven't really discussed it with Deanna yet, so we'll make this up as we go.
So question 2 is, what is the most difficult trip or hike that you've ever been on?
So I'd say the most difficult trip or hike we've ever been on is probably, well, together is probably Breakneck Ridge in New York, because you are rock scrambling up that mountainside the entire time. I'll put a little footage in here. And you don't really get much of a break. You just keep on going straight up. There are some stretches that you can kind of relax, somewhat relax as you're going up, some straightaways or some flat areas, but for the most part it goes straight up. And this would not be the most difficult trail we've ever hiked on. So far it's been pretty flat here at Bennetts Pond State Park. So the next question is, what is your worst drive that you've been on?
The worst drive we've ever been on was probably the first time we took out the RV.
Yeah, so it was downpouring. It was the first time I've ever taken the RV out, pulling a trailer behind the truck. So it was quite the experience. It downpoured the entire time we set up the RV and everything. So a good initiation to the RV community, right? This green trail is turning out to be quite the rocky trail. Been trying to answer these questions while we're hiking, trying to walk backwards. It's not exactly safe through here.
So the next question is, what sort of outdoor activities do you like to do during the winter?
Well, this channel that we have here is mostly geared towards outdoor activities. So winter doesn't really keep us from doing much. Obviously, we don't go kayaking when rivers and lakes are frozen over. But we do like to go hiking still in the winter time. We don't go hiking when there's too much snow on the ground, but if there's only a little bit, it doesn't really keep us from getting out there and hiking. The next question is, where is the most beautiful place you have ever camped?
So we've only done a few camping adventures in the RV, but the coolest one we've probably been to is Cozy Hills Campground in Connecticut. They had a really neat pond and some cool activities and lots of nice pine trees and things that were really neat.
The next question is, have you ever been injured in the outdoors? And I'd like to start that saying that Deanna and I haven't really been injured, but someone else in our little family here has.
So that would be this guy. Last spring, one of the early warm days, it was like 80 degrees. We took him hiking and it ended up being a more challenging hike than we anticipated, and he actually got heat stroke. He's fully recovered now, but it was quite the ordeal. So be careful with your pets, especially as the weather gets warmer this time of year. Next question, do you practice any special survival skills?
And to that question, I would probably say no. We don't really practice. We're knowledgeable of certain things, but we really do need to go out there and practice those a little bit more, because you watch all these YouTube videos and you understand the methodology behind it all, but until you go out there and do it yourself, you can't really say you know what you're doing yet. This green trail is very rocky. It's kind of hard to do these questions while we're hiking on it, but definitely wear your boots if you come over to this trail system, because you could definitely twist your ankle here. The next question is, what's your favorite recipe for cooking outdoors? I would say I wouldn't really have one. I do enjoy cooking mountain house and stuff when I'm out backpacking, but maybe Deanna has something else for you.
So I don't really have a specific one either, but when we're cooking in the RV, we typically like to stick to easy one-pot recipes. We don't have an oven in the RV, so there are actually quite a few of them on my blog that I've posted because I really enjoy this topic. It's called theharvestskillet.com. So the next question is, how do you stay motivated to get out in bad weather?
I would say our primary motivation to get outside in bad weather right now is that we both work office jobs and we're inside pretty much a cube all week. So by the end of the week, towards the weekend, we're about ready to burst and need to get outside and get some exercise in, basically. So at this Bennetts Pond trail system is also a start of this other trail we've hiked before called the Ives Trail. And here's the intersection that goes off this way. We've hiked 2 little sections of the Ives Trail. We haven't done the third yet, so hopefully we can get the third in here during spring or summertime for you guys. The next question is, where would your dream trip be?
So that's a really hard question to answer because we both have wanderlust and pretty much want to go everywhere. But if I had to choose one specific idea, it's to see all the national parks in the US. That's a dream of both of ours. The next question is, what is the heaviest thing you carry when you go hiking?
I think the most simple answer to that is water, because we always carry a lot of water to stay hydrated. The second heaviest, I would probably say, is this guy on occasion. And the last part of this little tag/challenge is to tag someone else to do the same 10, 11 questions. 11 questions. Yeah, it was 11 questions. And we're going to be tagging I'm Not Lost I'm RVing. They have a really cool channel. They're about ready to go full-time RVing. They've been preparing. They just got their house sold. So I'm interested to see what answers they have. And this is Bennett's Pond over here. We just got done with our very first live YouTube thing.
It was fun.
It was fun. We're going to do more of those. Hope you enjoyed this hike around Bennetts Pond State Park in Connecticut. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more videos like it. You can also check us out at
DnSAdventures.com.
And as always,
Adventure on.